Game Up Hard Hydration. It's like your favorite sports drink and your favorite seltzer got together, had a baby, but it's so much better. Let them know about it.
We're talking about 4 great flavors here. We're talking fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and grape. Guys, it comes in an 8-pack, but most importantly, it's only 110 calories, low carb. Enjoy it. Don't feel guilty about it. Just like you can enjoy.
If I'm not mistaken, Dave, you saw less of this show than you did of Wrestle Dynasty, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
First off, the New Japan Rambo. It kicks off the pre-show to Wrestle Kingdom 19. Fun little, like, almost battle royal type thing, Royal Rumble. This year, it was different because it wasn't for the King of Pro Wrestling Championship. It was for the New Japan Heavyweight Championship, #1 contendership. And one of the special entrants was Josh Barnett. Hasn't been in it in a while. It was a great surprise. What did you think when you heard that?
I thought that was cool. This was that Josh Barnett is taking part in other wrestling events besides Bloodsport. I love Bloodsport and what Josh Barnett is doing over there. And I love the fact that all these different companies get involved with him. But to see Josh Barnett actually wrestling on these different shows is always very cool. Nothing but love for Josh Barnett.
Yeah, he was big in New Japan years ago, so it was great to see him return. Hiroki Goto won the New Japan Rambo, so he is getting a shot as Zack Sabre Jr.'s championship. The first match to kick off the actual show.
I always saw highlights of the show. And for me, Wrestle Kingdom, I don't know. I was more interested in Wrestle Dynasty itself, even though I didn't get to watch a lot of that either this week. But one of the big takeaways, which we'll talk about, I guess, on Wrestle Dynasty as well. But one of the big things I liked was one of the matches I got to saw was Kenoshi Takeshita and Shingo Takagi.
The event kicked off with a 4-way junior heavyweight championship match. And this is typical for Wrestle Kingdom. It'll either be like a 4-way singles for the junior heavyweight championship, but this was a 4-way ladder match for the tag team championship. They don't do many ladder matches in Japan. So it was big that Kosei Fujita and Robbie Eagles beat the other teams. The match that you definitely should check out off this is Mayu Iwatani retained the women's championship over Azumi.
Yep.
El Phantasmo won the World Television Championship in a 4-way match. Tanahashi defeated Evil in a lumberjack match, and that was big because Tanahashi is on the same kind of retirement tour that John Cena's on. And let's get to the match that you brought up. Kenosuke defeated Shingo Takagi for the AEW International and Never Openweight Championship.
Just one other thing about that Tanahashi match, Shibata came out at the end of that, which set up a match for the following night too. But yeah, Takeshita, Takagi, I mean, great matchup. Shingo Takagi is one of those guys, whenever I do get to see him wrestle, he always puts on great matches. He's always hard-hitting. Takeshita is like a younger version of that, right? Like, he just puts on great matches. He's always hard-hitting, but athletic, too. I was happy. I didn't know this was a double title match. I didn't know this was going to be for the Never Openweight title as well. And so I was really happy to see Takeshita have both titles. Because we've talked about it before. With the WWE being so hot, AEW hasn't necessarily been a real hot commodity lately. So seeing a guy like Takeshita, hold titles in 2 major companies outside of WWE, it makes me excited to see what's this guy's future, because all he does is put on great matches. He wrestled for Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling earlier this year too and defended that international title. So for me, this was really cool to see him now with both these championships.
100%. This was a good show so far, but starting with Tanahashi, then going to the Takeshita match, this thing was really picking up steam. El Desperado won the junior heavyweight championship over Doki due to Doki suffering an injury in the match. So that was kind of noteworthy. Not a match I was especially pumped for, but you always hate to see a wrestler get injured. Yota Tsuji beat David Finlay for the global heavyweight championship. Naito defeated Hiromu Takahashi. That was big because that was a match that was made. It was supposed to happen during COVID, and now it happened a few years too late. Still a great match, but Naito is in rough shape. And then to end the night, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Shota Umino. I was a Shota Umino fan, but it almost feels like they're trying to push him above his rank right now. I don't know if this necessarily felt like a Wrestle Kingdom main event, but it ended up being a good match. It's just not one I would have seen.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.